Yes, guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, player profile time. It's been a while, and I'm doing one of the two players that I said I would do. I can't do Paulo Montero because my save that I've got, which is 10 years in, Montero has retired, so I can't do Montero. So, the next best thing, there you see, right before you, Gianluigi Buffon. What a player, what a goalkeeper, what a professional. I could be here for ages talking about this guy. Being Italian, you know, he was almost the goalkeeper you always imitated. You know, when you're at school, you're a bit like when you're a striker, when you're at school, if you scored a goal, you'd say, it's Shearer! Because Shearer was the in man. And if you did this remarkable save, it was Buffon. It was always, for me, it was either Buffon or Seaman, which is quite fitting for me. No, so, you know, Buffon, I mean, his career speaks for itself. I've got a view on it, obviously. Of course I've got a view on it. I've got a view on every fucking thing. We'll talk about him with CM first then. And having fired up a game 10 years in, we can see he is still at Juventus. And you can just see, as a goalkeeper, he's very prolific. He's also very loyal. Now, He don't really make the move. He's very loyal to Juventus in the game, so he very rarely moves unless you get lucky that maybe he's unhappy for something and he don't sign a new deal, or he gets injured. Because if you get injured and then you don't play because of it, you then get unhappy you're not playing, but it's because you're injured. So it's a bit of a catch-22 for the manager. And he hasn't really slowed down. If anything, he's got better, which I find is the case of goalkeepers in CM. But his attributes look fucking amazing. I mean, the key attributes for a goalkeeper, I mean, everyone's got their own preference of what they believe is key. But for me, it's definitely, and obvious ones, handling, reflexes, agility. They're the three key ones. But there's a lot of others which are massive for a goalkeeper. Jumping, obviously, there you see. Positioning. It needs to be determined, decisions, bravery, and they all tick. He ticks all those boxes. He really is an absolute fucking monster. It's hard really because you can see a really good player. Let's take Batistuta, and you can think, oh, he looks a monster, and he scored a shitload of goals. And I feel that goalkeepers get forgotten about in this sense, you know, because they're not scoring all the goals. I have a real bugbear about things like the Ballon d'Or. We'll speak about the Ballon d'Or in a minute, but the Ballon d'Or always goes to that player. It never goes to a defender. I know you get the goalkeeper golden glove and shit, but the defenders and the goalkeepers get forgotten about when it comes to the Ballon d'Or. Now, I don't give a shit if this striker has scored 30 goals, and I know I'm sounding like Roy Keane here, but it's his fucking job. You know, if Haaland misses an open goal, yeah, it's still 0-0. If Buffon fucks up, makes a similar sort of mistake, it's 1-0. It's more noticeable, and it really fucking pisses me off. And let's be honest here, right? And I never thought I'd hear myself saying this. Let's take Harry Maguire, right? I know he's a bit of a fucking slabhead, right? But he makes a mistake, and he's made several mistakes. It costs Man United. De Gea, he's made a few mistakes. It's cost Man United. I love De Gea. I think he's brilliant. Right, then now let's look at the other end of the field for Man United, and you know they're fucking goal shy, so it pisses me off, right? I mean, I don't like the Man United goalkeeper currently, the Cameroonian. I just think he's a fucking erratic cunt. But it really fucks me off that goalkeepers get all the stick, you know, whereas I don't feel strikers do. They don't get enough. But anyway, that's enough about that. The Ballon d'Or, don't get me started. I'm not going to talk about the Ballon d'Or because that's just a bullshit thing. Fuck Messi, fuck the Ballon d'Or. If I was Haaland, right, someone actually said this, didn't they? He should never go to a nomination parade again. I totally agree. I mean, personally, if I was Haaland, I would do an interview and I'd say the Ballon d'Or can go fuck itself. It's bullshit, it's rigged, and it's all commercial. And anyone that says, oh, fuck you, Messi's a goat, Messi won the World Cup single-handedly. Firstly, bollocks, you're talking out your arse. Secondly, he's supported in a team which won a tournament over 4 weeks. Because if you start saying, right, oh, he won the World Cup for Argentina, what does that say for the goalkeeper, Martinez, or Alvarez? You know, you're taking away. So, in that sense, bollocks. And in the rest of it, Haaland, what more could Haaland have done in the last 12 months? You know, he scored a shitload of goals. He scored a shitload of goals, and his team won everything available, or virtually everything. So, it's fucking bullshit. I find myself almost fucking wanting to be Cristiano Ronaldo's friend, because now I hate Messi even more. Fucking cunts. Anyway, let's go back to the subject in hand. Buffon. What a player, what a player. Let's talk about him now then as a real-life goalkeeper. Now, this actually threw me a couple of months ago, because I was not... Yeah, about April, May. So, he retired, I believe, this season, last season just gone. And I'm like, hang on a minute, I thought he already retired. But I don't know, I think what it is with goalkeepers, they retire or they stay on the books as a player. And I think that's the thing here. They stay on the books as a player. So therefore, they're not officially retired. Now, he started his career as a youth goalkeeper at the age of 13 years of age, playing for Parma. And credit where it's due, he didn't dot around, you know, in terms of the youth... he didn't go around with youth clubs. He stayed at Parma, where he then went on to make 168 appearances for the senior team. So that just proves from the loyalty perspective. And like any goalkeeper, you want to climb the ladder. And fortunately, right in line with CMO 102, he got a move to Juventus in 2001 season starting. And look at that. You couldn't script it better, because we just spoke about Parma and the loyalty. Well, loyalty, Juventus. He left Juventus in 2018 after amassing over 500 fucking appearances. Now that is pretty fucking amazing, in my opinion. And I think at the time when he left Juventus in 2018, so what was that, 5 years ago, he'd have been 40 years of age. So, you know, for me... when I've got admiration for a player, I don't want to see him taking stupid pension moves. And I'm thinking he should retire and actually do the honourable thing. But he didn't. And he fucked off to Paris Saint-Germain in 2018, which really fucking angered me, to be honest with you. I was a little bit disgusted. And he had a season over at Paris Saint-Germain where he had 17 games. Oh, and that's what I mean by a little fucking pension move. But 2019, he fucking returned to Juventus. Now, I don't know the full ins and outs, so I'm not going to bother checking it, because I would imagine he came back to Juventus as a player coach, probably, or they had a goalkeeping crisis, or whatever, what have you. I don't know. But let's be honest, it'd have been 41. But he stayed at Juventus until 2021, so he was there for a couple of seasons, where he made, in total, another 17 appearances. Bizarre. So 2021, 2 years ago, 43 years of age, he then moves back to Parma. And this is what confused me, because he stayed at Parma until the end of last season, so another 2 years, or give or take, where he made another 43 appearances. I mean, I was a little bit sort of, what the fuck? You know, I thought he retired or whatever. I'm a little bit confused by it all. So, another 43 appearances, and to my knowledge, he officially retired at the end of last season. Now, for all I know, he might still be on the books. He might still be a registered player. Now, I know that, let's say, goalkeepers go on a lot longer, but there comes a fine line, I feel. And I think with him being Italian, it's like a fine wine. It gets better with age, but you also get slower. And I know you don't need your speed as much, but I don't know. Let me know your views on that, guys, because he is 45 now, you see. In terms of an Italian international, well, you know, a proper model international. He went through all the ranks. Yeah, he didn't have massive amounts of games, but he played for the under-16s, the under-17s, the under-18s, the under-21s, and the under-23s, which I would imagine the under-23s was back in the mid-90s. Now, that was either for the Olympics or... When we had that for a little bit, didn't we? Do you remember? We used to have B teams, never really materialised much more. But he made his Italy debut in 1997, and he made his final appearance for Italy in 2018. So the same sort of time when he left Juventus, when, in my opinion, he should have retired and stayed retired. And he amassed 176 caps for his country, which was pretty fucking amazing, to be honest with you. So yeah, that is the great goalkeeper himself, and he's done it all, hasn't he? You know, he won the World Cup with Italy. Then there ain't many goalkeepers you can put. I mean, I would put Buffon well ahead of Oliver Kahn, in my opinion. He's a different class. There ain't many goalkeepers that I would say are on par with this guy. And it's not because his loyalty, or it's just everything. It's everything sandwiched in. I mean, the fact that he returned to Parma, that's what I like, you see, because he went back to Juventus and he went back to Parma. The Paris Saint-Germain thing does piss me off, but hey-ho. The Italy thing, I think, is admirable. It's brilliant. So that is the great Gianluigi Buffon. And that's it from me, guys, on a player profile. If you want anybody doing, let me know, and we'll try and get to it. Till next time, take it easy.